Welcome back to the AB Scout Project. I'm Krieger. This is off Bravo, and today we've got the Coffee Warrior, or actually Coffce Warrior, Coffce Warrior. Yeah, I mean, I don't think coffee is copyrighted. You probably get away with saying coffee, but anyway, granted, somebody might have copyrighted Coffee Warrior, so you can see it better on this side with the Coffce. Yeah, and it comes in four flavors here. I've got this one and this one today because it's the two different molds, the cowboy motif and the Gundam motif for Pat Labor. Deformation on that side, which we've done deformation before. Here's all that how to transform it. On the bottom, you got Chinese legal. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the Coffee Warriors. And here you have the coffee bots out of their boxes, and they look pretty neat. I mean, these are pretty nice. I mean, the joints are fairly tight. I mean, that back flap might bang a little, but I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, they look pretty good. I'll turn them around here. You can see the back. Yeah, not much to look at. Yeah, they are shell formers. I mean, what do you expect? But yeah, not too bad. They've got basically the torsos are different and the arms are actually different. They're actually completely different arm molds below the shoulder. And the torso, head, crotch, all that are completely different on both. And of course, they do come with completely different guns. You can see that there. So yeah, not too bad. Let's focus on the cowboy here. Now the hat doesn't come off even for transformation, and just basically the head just retreats down and hat stays on. So that's pretty neat. Bring in the other cowboy transformer we got, and Hasbro's a little outclassed there, I think. There's a... Yeah, this one actually looks better as a cowboy mold. So, yeah. So, let's take a look at them. Articulation-wise, the head is on a mushroom peg. You can use the transformation joint a little bit to get a little bit up and down. The little transformation slider. Arms are on a ball joint, so if you can navigate around the kibble, it works. You got mushroom here, one-way joint there, nothing in the wrists. He does have a waist joint. And for him, he's got a tab on the side here, and there's a hole or a slot in the gun. So you can have one gun on the side here. Yeah, so you can have one, although you can't reach it to draw it from there, but you can have one gun put away. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, you had the waist. Waist that's really stiff, but it's there. Ball joints for the hips. Does have thigh rotation, kind of. It's down here. Knee has a decent knee. Ball joints on the ankles, so you do have ankle tilt. Not like a whole lot, but you got ankle tilt. So, and their articulation is the same between the two of them. So overall, pretty impressive, I think. I mean, pretty on par with the popsicle bot. So, yeah, I think he works out pretty well. All right, set him aside for now. Bring in Gundam type. Now, like I said, same articulation. Everything's the same. The gun is different. He doesn't have the hip holster because he's got flaps. He's got hip skirts. But otherwise, yeah, he's just a Gundam Pat Labor type of Japanese type robot guy. So, yeah. And basically for him, I kind of look at him as like the Auto Trooper Commandant. So we can bring in the Easy 8s that I call my Auto Trooper SWAT team. And then bring in the actual Auto Troopers. And then the plucky lieutenant who's just trying to get his job done. And we have our own little small town Cybertron police force. All right, let's go ahead and look at the coffee cup mode. And here's the coffee robots in their coffee cup modes. This, I guess, is supposed to be like a Circle K brand. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that brand, but this one is supposed to be Starbucks. Pretty obvious. And it's funny that this guy is the Gundam look and he has the cowboy on the front. So yeah, anyway, you flip them around, except for the hinges, you can pretty much see that they're pretty convincing. And of course you have your pour spout there. So the tops look like your coffee mugs, bottoms look like hinges. And the reason why you're hearing that is because there's really no way to stow the Gundam type's weapon without it just flopping around. You just have to throw it in there if you want to keep the weapon. But with the cowboy type, you can actually turn the guns around in his hand. Let's see, you see that? Yeah. Turn the gun around in his hands. And so he can hold both of his guns inside without them flopping around. It's, yeah, pretty neat. Not a whole lot to say. You can see that they're almost deluxe size in their own right. I mean, we'll bring in Kingdom Optimus just so you can see how big they are. So, yeah, that's a tall drink of coffee. So, yeah, not really much else to say about them. They're coffee cups. I mean, they'll roll. But, yeah, that's about it. All right, let's wrap this up. So, yeah, overall, I like these guys. I mean, they're plenty posable. I mean, they'll fit well in a chug shelf. I mean, here they is with Kingdom Prime in the robot mode. You can see, yeah, they work great. And I mean, you can do Wild West scenario or have your police chief over here. I mean, they both work for that. And like I said, they'll fit in with the rest of your chug figures. And they're just fun to mess with. The plastic is a little bit stiffer than your typical ABS. So be careful when handling. They're not fragile by any means. It's just the joints won't break away where you can just reattach them like Hasbro's designed theirs. But anyway, overall, they're fun. So, thanks for joining us today on the AB Scout Project. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and I'll see y'all later.